All right, morning show with Anthony here on 92.9 and 96.9 EHM. Super excited to be joined by Jeff Rains from Galactic. Got a new record coming out, and he's on with us right now. Jeff, welcome to the morning show with Anthony.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Listen, we were about to put this interview together a couple of minutes ago, and you gave me an excuse that I have never heard before in my entire life, which was my dad's about to be on MSNBC, and I double-checked, and you weren't lying.
Oh, no, I just watched him. He's a journalist. He works in the New York Times for 30 years or something, my whole, adolescent childhood. And so he now goes on various shows as like a pundit. There it was.
It was really awesome, though. You're like, yeah, my dad's on MSNBC. I'm like, nobody's ever given me that excuse before. Most people's dads I know, got arrested for loan sharking. It's just a different world we come from, Jeff. That's all I'm saying.
He actually knew Roger Stone during the Reagan administration when he was a journalist at the White House. So that's kind of why they had him on tonight. Stone's obviously been in the news today.
Well, listen, I don't want to cause any problems amongst the family members, but you have this huge tour. You have this new record. I mean, what the hell? He couldn't put in a little plug for you guys, or just a little mention here and there?
I know. I kind of said the same thing. But no, I guess it wasn't an option for him.
Still, you work in a way to, I know it's Roger Stone in politics, but, you tell people to relax. It's a good way to relax. My son's band, Galactic, they're fabulous. New record's out coming February 8th. That's how easy is it? I mean, you know what? After this call, I want you to give me your dad's number. I'm going to talk to him.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't want you having any family squabbles. I'm going to set your dad straight. No problems. That's what I could do for you.
Excellent. I will. I'll get that number to you. But yeah, we're very excited about this tour we're going on. We've been doing rehearsals here, and we've got a whole new light package, and we've got a new record, and everything's kind of working out in the Galactic world currently.
Well, first of all,
we're excited. We're excited for the tour.
Yeah, let me start here. First of all, thank you for Hey Na Na, because that's one of the greatest songs ever written of all time.
Oh, thank you. That is it. That is definitely in the set. We were just rehearsing it yesterday with a whole new light package, like I said. So we're pretty excited about, how this tour is evolving.
Well, tell me about the record, because Already Ready Already, which, by the way, you clearly weren't thinking of us, simple-minded disc jockeys when you named this record. That's
it's a bit of a tongue twister. I realize.
Yeah, it's tough for us, man. It's tough for us. November, November you announced the record. February 8th, it's out. Give me the genesis of this. It's been 3-4 years since you guys put out a record. Why now? Is it just the songs kind of came together, or was it just time to put it together? Give me the genesis of the new album.
Well, we always, we have a sort of private studio here in New Orleans, and so we're always kind of working on the next record. So it's been about 2 or 3 years that we've been actually working on this one. And so, the songs have sort of evolved. There's probably, there's a lot. We have a second record already sort of ready to go in about a year and a half, probably, or a year. But so anyway, this album, we're super excited about. And there's, various guest artists, most of which are from New Orleans. And it's kind of a wild ride. We're going to be performing, the meat of it on this tour. We've been in rehearsals. We probably rehearsed more for this tour than any other tour in the history of the band, really. And the album sounds great, and we're super proud of it. We're releasing it on our own label, and for the first time. So yeah, it's sort of exciting times for the band, for sure.
Why the extended rehearsal? Is it that, new lighting and everything, or is it just the songs a little bit more complex?
Yeah, we're looking at this tour sort of as a departure. We're trying to bring a whole new look to the stage, and bring out some of the older tunes from our catalog, and kind of remix them. If you get, kind of what I'm saying. So, we're sort of approaching some of our older material, and trying to make a very sharp, interesting show.
Jeff is with us from Galactic. We're talking about the new record, Already Ready Already, which is out February 8th. The band is at Brooklyn Steel on February 9th, galacticfunk.com for more information on dates and the release. You said Mix It Up. You guys put out a mixtape with some of your old material and some of your new material. Tell me about that and your process of releasing material, because I'm fascinated by the music business, Jeff. And, I look at Vampire Weekend and what they're doing right now. They're putting out like 2 tracks every couple of weeks until their whole album is out. You guys have 3 singles out already off of this new record. So give me a little bit of a backing on the thought process of you guys putting out these singles, putting out that mixtape. I mean, is this basically how any band has to put out material now in 2019?
Well, so the mixtape was like done by a good friend of ours, who's DJ Quickie Mart. And so we were very intrigued by kind of his approach. Like, we kind of gave him all the Pro Tools files and stems, we call them. And so he was able to take all the Galactic records and sort of make this, sort of just very interesting collage of, our sort of album history. And so, we're actually playing some of the material off the mixtape as it was, and sort of using some of the ideas that this DJ had as sort of a springboard to bring to this live concert, So, we're not like, we're trying to not stop between songs. It's sort of more of like an approach that was inspired by this mixtape, really. But, and also playing a lot of new material. So that, this set is sort of special to us because we're really playing maybe 1 or 2 songs written by other people. It's pretty much an all Galactic affair, and we're, like I said, we're trying to highlight some of, what we think were our better instrumental songs over the years and vocal songs. And so, it's a spectacular set. We're super proud of it and can't wait to play it in New York.
I know Erica is going out on tour with you, Erica Falls. Is she prominent throughout the whole entire show? I mean, outside of the instrumentals?
Absolutely, yes. She's definitely a central point in the whole show, And, as Galactic sets in the past, we're sort of bringing her on for like 3 or 4 songs with like little mini sets, and then doing some instrumental stuff and doing some like New Orleans brass tunes. The show is not like a great departure musically, but we're just trying to make a more cohesive, nonstop sort of 2-hour, set. And it's really come together quite well. We're excited to bring it.
I mean, I get the direction. I'm curious as to why. Was there something from the past couple of tours that made you guys want to go in this different direction?
Well, we've been touring for a long time. And so, trying to sort of, step up our game slightly at this point, became kind of important. And with releasing an album and doing, an album tour for the first time in like 3 years, I guess, we wanted to bring something a little different in terms of like visually, as well as, how the set's arranged and what the material is and stuff.
I remember when you guys played Red Rocks for the first time. I saw and heard some interviews, and like you guys were so proud, and rightfully so. That venue is like, it's a milestone for a lot of artists when they're finally able to get there and play that venue. But my question to you is, thinking about Red Rocks, thinking about Jazz Fest, because everybody says New Orleans is such a special place to play. But at the same time, I've interviewed artists a lot, and they all tell me sometimes it's really tough to play at home. So like when I look at your run for this summer, you're at Jazz Fest, you're at Red Rocks. Is it tough to like play at home? Do you look forward to Jazz Fest? Is Red Rocks like the gem? Not that I know you're looking forward to Brooklyn Steel. I'm not, I don't want to take away from people that are coming to see your show here, but I'm just saying, like, when you look at this tour and you look at Red Rocks versus playing like Jazz Fest at home, which one of those two is like a little bit tougher? Which one do you guys have to like get up for a little bit more?
Well, Red Rocks is always like just, it's such a spectacular place to play music visually. It's wild, to look up at the from the stage. It's just a very special thing, obviously. But Jazz Fest is where our heart is, I would say. Just because it's over the years, the Jazz Fest has been so cool to us, and they always give us just amazing slots this where we're second to headliner for Dave Matthews. And, in your home, and your family's there, and it's a very special show for us, definitely. Jazz Fest, I think we've done it I don't know, this will be our 20th year doing it or something. And so it's that's always a highlight of our year for sure. Red Rocks as well, but, Jazz Fest is, good fun.
That's the one. So you prefer the home, because a lot of artists will be like, you know what, it does get a little tough to play the home show because everybody wants tickets. Who's running around with the kids? Your aunt needs to be picked up. There's all this other stuff going on when you go to play at home, but you don't find that.
Yeah, well, like I said, Jazz Fest is always a bit of a, it's a great day that I think we all look forward to, Yeah. It's just fun. Doing that one for sure.
We were talking about it here at EHM, and because we're massively obsessing over Woodstock this year and the 50th anniversary and what that's going to look like, and
sure.
We were talking about how the world has changed so much with Coachella and Bonnaroo and all these big huge festivals that Woodstock to mark 50 has really got to knock it out of the park. And the day Jazz Fest announced their lineup, I'm like, that's the one. That's the one you have to top. That lineup this year at Jazz Fest, the Stones, Dave Matthews. It's sick. It's sick how big that lineup is.
Isn't it? I know.
It's great. I don't know how Woodstock's going to top it, but they have to. I don't know what they're going to do, though.
I know. Jazz Fest really killed it this year. I thought as well.
Knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. And, it's very hard to book these festivals, because there's a finite amount of super bands these days, I guess. But man, they killed it. I agree.
Yeah. You guys do a fair amount of festivals. There's not too many. I'm looking at your thing. There's not too many on your, a lot of these are your shows, not necessarily festivals. Different audience though, right? Because a lot of people come to see you, but a lot of that is people who are there to see other bands too. Do you guys change your sets up when you do the festival crowds versus your own show?
Well, yes, definitely. The show that we're going to be bringing, up the East Coast next week is going to be different than our festival set. Generally, we'll sort of, dial in a summer festival set. It will be a little different. We're doing a lot of medleys of the hits off various records that we've done over the 20 years. Mm. So we've got a couple new ones of those, and we try to bring something different every summer, so you're not just seeing the same stuff too.
Yeah.
So, we definitely try to put in some new cover songs or, bring up some songs that we haven't been playing for the last 10 years, so we put a lot of thought into that part of the show, so this summer, we'll be playing different stuff than we're going to be playing, in this winter tour that we're about to do.
Do you guys ever do you ever stop and pinch yourself and go, Jesus, if somebody would have told me I would have started a, New Orleans funk band 20 plus years ago with virtually no lead singer and all this and playing instrumentals and still be here doing it successfully all these years later. It's kind of like a crazy story how you guys have been able to dictate this music business on your own terms and be as successful as you are.
Well, yeah, we feel very fortunate, and I think, a lot of that is the fact that, in our band, we're best friends, we hang out when we're in town quite a bit, and so, I think we've just been very lucky to have, we're five guys that actually are, have a good time, and we call it art by democracy.
So you guys are the band that gets along. I knew there was one of you out there. I knew I'd find you eventually.
But, we did just buy this iconic New Orleans nightclub here called Tipitina. And so that's been sort of what we've been focused on in the last few months is the acquisition of this club. So now we're bar owners here in New Orleans. So please tell your listeners to come out to my nightclub and drink as much beer as they can. I
didn't know that is. I've never been to New Orleans, but I'm well aware of things that go on down there. But that's a pretty big deal, that bar. No.
Yeah. No. Yes. We are club owners.
Okay. Whose idea in the band was it to buy the club?
Well, I think, it was a mutual dream. I thought I wanted it the most, but then so this deal starts kind of evolving, and the guy that previously owned the club, he, showed interest in selling. And so, it was like 9 months of crazy negotiations, and we finally sort of got control of it and bought it. So it was just wild, I think everyone in the band always wanted to own this place. It's kind of our home club that we play every Mardi Gras, we play every Jazz Fest, we play every New Year's, we play every Halloween, all the big holidays, and we have for years and years. So it was super exciting to get control of it.
That's awesome. Yeah, but now
which happened like 2 months ago. We just got it, literally.
But now you got to book it and you got to get the drinks ordered and everything like that, or you got a manager in there running things.
Well, we're learning. We've kept the local staff pretty much intact, and we're kind of learning the bar business right now. It's been really interesting. It's like, I've been playing music in bars for 25 years, but I never owned a bar before, so it's a much different place to be.
It's different when you're not on that stage and you got orders and bills and staff and payroll taxes. Yeah,
I know. The first time we played there was New Year's as owners, and we're doing the encore, and I'm like watching the bar from the stage, and I'm like, man, people are still drinking. Maybe we should add a song or two. Let's keep playing.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Jeff is here with us in Galactic, proud bar owner of Tipitina's in New Orleans. So if you're in the area, go visit. Brooklyn Steel, February 9th, a day after the new record, Already Ready Already, comes out. 3 singles available, galacticfunk.com. This is what I always wanted to ask you, because you guys have had so many great collaborations. And, from Mavis Staples to Corey, you go up and down the list of everybody who knows you is well aware of it. Here's my question, Jeff, and I don't think anybody's ever asked this question, and please be honest if they have, because I feel like this is an Anthony original here. Amidst recording, writing, with some of these artists, have you guys ever fallen in love with one of them so much that you maybe batted around the idea, even if it was amongst yourselves or even just maybe yourself in your own mind? Did you ever bat around the idea, if something was working so much, hey, maybe we should make so-and-so a full-time member? Maybe we should finally change our dynamic and get that front person? Did that ever happen?
Well, yes, it did. The name that pops in my head is Corey Glover, the singer of Living Color.
Yeah.
Who we toured with for 2 or 3 years. And he just, culturally, in our band culture or whatever, we just got along, and he was such a nice guy, and he's such a killing performer. And, I love to this day Corey Glover. He was definitely, close to being in this band, and I hope to one day, go back out on the road with him or record with him again,
Was it
he's a great guy.
Was it something that you just felt, or was that actual discussion amongst the band and him?
No, but I think, it was just, that just worked. When you're in a band, there's this sort of, some stuff works, some doesn't, and with Corey in this band, definitely worked. So yeah, I would say Corey Glover.
Have you ever had that question? Have you ever gotten that question before?
I don't think so.
Yes. That's my goal. Every interview, got to ask a question that you've never been asked before. That's not bad, seeing that you guys have been around for over 20 friggin' years. So let's just take a second to enjoy that massive. Mention that to your dad. I mean, I know he's a world-class journalist and I'm a radio host, but still, I mean, I was close. I got close to a world-class journalist there for a second. New record. Anything else that you want? Oh, by the way, clap your hands. Jesus, what a song this is already. Catchy as hell, fantastic. Do you know, boom, that's got to be a single, that's going to be one of the records that's going to put us on the map right away for this new album? That
song we actually completed a year ago or something. So we've been actually playing that on the road, and yeah, it's been killing, And when we released it, it's sort of got on some Spotify playlists or whatever, you know. But yeah, we're happy about that one. I think it's a good one.
All right, Jeff, we'll leave it there. I'll let you go, man. I appreciate all the time.
Sure, my pleasure.
All right, take it easy.
All right, you too.
All right, there goes Jeff Rains from Galactic right here on the morning show with Anthony. February 9th, Brooklyn Steel. For my Connecticut people, they're going to be at the Warehouse on February 10th, just 2 days after their new record comes out. Already, which is getting some rave reviews. I know the Galactic fans are hardcore excited about this. Clap your hands is in the EHM New Music Bin. We are absolutely loving that track right now. And you can get more information on the band at galacticfunk.com. Appreciate you guys checking out the morning show with Anthony. Our thanks to Jeff Rains for getting us a little bit closer to the music right here on 92.9 and 96.9 EHM. And for those of you that are listening on the morning show vlog or podcast, thanks so much for checking out this interview. Let us know your feedback, WEHM.com. On the on-air tab, click on Anthony. That's all my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email, anthony@wehm.com. Let me know you heard this and that you enjoyed it. Or if you didn't enjoy it, you can let me know that as well. Either way works. And let us know if you want to hear some more interviews just like this and from who you would like to hear us more. And from whom you would like to hear from on those more interviews. All right, that's it for me, Morning Show Vlog. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to share this around on social, and we'll see you on the next one.